Shalom, shalom, shalom. We're back with another video. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekahak Wadash, to the elder apostle and elder bishop of Great Millstone, who rule well, who I learn from daily. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the elect. Shalom. Here with a video I'm going to call America has been known for nothing but wickedness. And we got an article here that says James Cameron worries America doesn't stand for anything under Trump and is working towards a New Zealand citizenship. Having been born in Canada, James Cameron may not have had much stock in America to begin with, but nowadays he's ready to turn his back on it completely. While giving a recent interview with New Zealand podcast, The Effing News, Cameron shared that he's currently working towards citizenship in that country, as he spent most of his time working on his Avatar series with FX, which is located in the city of Wellington. It's imminent, Cameron said, of his nationalization. I already qualified in terms of timing in this country. I put in my application. I'm told it's imminent. Prior to 2020, Cameron split his time between Malibu, California, and New Zealand, Slovakia, but has worked toward a latter being his family permanent home over the last few years. And in terms of why Cameron feels ready to officially become a Kiwi, it is in no small part due to the rising tide of fascism in present America today. We're going to look up that word fascism. Fascism is a far-right, authoritarian, and ultra-nationalist political ideology and movement categorized by a dictatorial leader, central autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition, belief in a natural social hierarchy, subordination of individual interests for the perceived. And now looking at it, yeah, this is a big fascist statement by Donald Trump. But let's be honest. Here in Babylon the Great, when has it never been that way? I mean, only thing different between Trump and a lot of these former other presidents is that Trump more and open about it. See, the other president try to smooth it over on you and let you take it easy. But Trump, he just like, fuck it, this who I am, this how things gonna go. And that openness is something most people have a hard time dealing with, because Babylon the Great has always hid its true intention behind lies and deceit, behind robbery, behind rape, behind misinformation, behind all these things. But with somebody like Trump running the White House, who hasn't been a politician, who don't know the in and out of the political race or how to be two-faced, he just gonna come at you exactly how he feel. So yeah, I can understand why he feel like it's fascism now and not beforehand, because Trump is so in your face with it. All right, let's get back to the article. All right, it is no small part due to the rising tide of fascism present in America today. I see a turn away from everything decent, Cameron said. America doesn't stand for anything. If it doesn't stand for what it has historically stood for, it becomes a hollow idea. And I think they're hollering it out as fast as they can for their own benefit. And let's see. While he doesn't think moving to New Zealand would make him any safer necessarily, he does appreciate being in a country that isn't constantly inundated with the sickening news brought on by Donald Trump. There's something nice about New Zealand outlet. At least they'll put on page 3, said Cameron. I just don't want to see that guy's face anymore on front of the paper. It's inescapable there. It is like watching a car crash over and over again. And I'll just leave it right there, man. We don't go too much further into this. But he's right. You do see Trump face everywhere. There's no news outlet, whether it's on social media, on the regular media, on the radio, satellite radio, it doesn't matter. This man is on all media pages here in Babylon the Great. So the man not lying about it. But I want to go back to this. Basically saying America doesn't stand for anything. But what did it stand for beforehand? What did it stand for? It never stood for decency. It never stood for fairness. It never stood for freedom. It never stood for wholesomeness. I mean, what do you expect? Babylon the Great has been one big lie from the start. You got to remember, they took the land from the people who were living here after those people helped them. They not only took their land, they massacred most of them, then put them on a little small piece of land telling them, hey, this is all you get. And let's just say they find some oil on that land. What you think happened? They'll boot them off that land and throw them somewhere else. So what America do you think you're talking about? America has never been this place of greatness, of God fearing, of love. I mean, this place just brought up on hate, pure and simple. What we see from Trump is what America has always been, behind closed doors. In the dark, that's what they always been. This place has been nothing but a place of wickedness since the inception. Since the so-called pilgrims got here. When they started on first 13 colonies. This place is exactly what Trump is. That's why it's so easy for him to do it. Because he's been brought up in it. The world has been tricked to believe that America was this such an amazing place. But now it's being revealed who America truly is, aka Babylon the Great, aka that great whore that the Bible speaks of. And a lot of you Edomite don't want to admit to that fact. That the place that y'all thought was such a great place, it's always been sickening. It just wasn't sickening till it started happening to you. And now you see it. Now you hate it. That's why you think it doesn't stand for anything. It stands for wickedness. It always has been and always will be. Because that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said. This place will be the border of wickedness. All the wicked, evil things that the Lord hates, it's allowed here. Plus all the wicked things they done done to other people throughout the world. So they're going to get us into our first scripture, Malachi 1. All right. This is Malachi 1. The point is in 4. We all should know this one. The brethren of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, says Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, says Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. And I laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragon of the wilderness. Verse 4. This the point. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return to building the desolate places thereof. And that desolate place is here, Babylon the Great. They came back and they rebuilt here in Babylon. Let's see what the Lord say. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, they shall build. See? And this place been built up. It wasn't no, well, maybe they'll build or they might build, but it won't work. No, the Lord said they will build. They shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever. And that's been Babylon since the inception. Border of wickedness. What hasn't America the Great hasn't done? Huh? What hasn't Babylon hasn't done? Not only within its border, but worldwide. The wickedness and evil that it pushes. The wars in it started. The countries in the so-called help. Heck, they send billions to help another country while there's millions over here who's poor and hungry. I mean, you can't save your own country, but you can save someone else's? Hypocrites, man. This place is nothing but a hypocritical country. Why? Because it's the border of wickedness that the Lord said. It's not only tainted itself, but it will spread out. It tainted the world through its policies, through its petrodollar that was once the world leading currency, through all sorts of wickedness that Babylon was able to push. That's why he thought Babylon stood for something, but it never stood for anything. Nothing but wickedness. And now with a president like Donald Trump, well, like I said, has no political diplomacy. He's exposing Babylon the Great for what it truly is. A rancid shithole. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to go here. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah. Like I said, all the nations have taken on the policies of Babylon the Great. The preservation of the alphabet people, the women's rights and liberation, and many other policies and decrees that America has put upon these nations as they ruled over. Now, you're seeing those nations realize, like, hey, man, we didn't used to stand for that crap. We not paying none of the stuff that these tariffs they trying to throw on us. They're starting to wake up from that wine that Babylon gives them. They're sobering up. So now they hate Babylon. That's why you thinking, well, America used to stand for something. It never stood for anything but wickedness. All it is now, the world is sobering up. And they starting to see that beautiful woman for old decrepit whore that she is. And no longer have on them with them beer goggles. I think back in the day, they used to show how things look if you drunk. They had some kind of beer goggles. It was some kind of little joke. commercial. I remember back in the day when I was coming up. That's all that happened. People starting to wake up from that strong wine, starting to sober up. Like, God damn, man, we let America run rampant through us. We done followed all type of laws. We done gave all our stuff over to them. I mean, just look at what they did to Ukraine. Told them, hey, if you don't give us rights to your minerals, we won't help you with Russia. Enforcing all kind of decrees and stuff. And it's not the first time. They done did that to a bunch of other places. Just dealing falsely with people. Like I said, this is the border of wickedness, as Yahweh Shem Shai said here in the Bible. In Malachi 1 and 4. They're never going to deal with somebody up front. No, if you don't listen to them, then they make all type of policies, all type of laws to go against you, to force you to do what they want. That's why the Lord said this. Sorry about that. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and right grievousness which they have prescribed. Hasn't that been Babylon the Great policy? If you don't mess with us, we'll hit you with all kind of unrighteous decrees to hurt you financially. They done destroyed many other little small countries that way that didn't want to listen. Go in, kill their leader, put in a puppet government, and have those leaders write unrighteous decrees where they get rights to all that country's mineral. That's always been Babylon MO. So for him, James Cameron, to say Babylon don't stand for nothing anymore, it never stood for anything. Nothing righteous. It was all a lie. Now Yahweh by Shem Shai is pulling up this woman's curtain and letting you see, hey, there's a bat with two balls hanging down there. What you thought was a woman really was a man, just cross-dressed. And they got a lot of you people. They put a lot of people in a situation where they thought, man, Babylon was great, but it was never great. It never stood for nothing righteous. It never stood for the ways of Yahweh by Shem Shai. It was always dirty, always filthy, always doing wrong. Whether they knew it or not. But Yahweh by Shem Shai has been exposing them. There's a scripture I want to get. Let's see, can I remember? Let's see. The Isaiah, no, it's not Isaiah. What was that scripture? Let's see. So I can give me a second. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Luke 12, 2 and 3. For there is nothing that is covered that shall not be known. Salaki. Try this over again. Luke 12, verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in light, and that which ye have spoken in the ears of the closet shall be proclaimed upon the hilltop, upon the housetop. And that's been Babylon. All the stuff they done in the darkness, all the stuff they done in behind private and closed doors, all Trump doing is just preaching it from the hilltop, as the Lord said. Because Yahweh by Shem Shai, has got them exposing themselves. Like I said, Trump is not a politician, so he don't know how to hide his deceit from the world like other politicians do. Run, shake your hand, and behind closed doors, they be like, "You either gonna listen or you gonna fall," and they go through some other diplomacy to throw people off. Nah, with Trump, what you see is what you get. Say, bro, you don't want to listen? That's fine. Then we'll throw some unrighteous decrees on you. You still don't want to listen then we'll just go in and blast you. Trump just proclaiming what Babylon has been doing for generation after generation. Doing it from the housetop. That's why the Lord said, "For there is nothing that was covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid nor shall not be known." Now you're starting to see America's true face. Now you're starting to see what Babylon the Great is truly about. This is what it always been. I mean, how many so-called conspiracy theories that out there that's been exposing Babylon for this same kind of stuff Trump doing? He just more open about it. He doesn't care. That's why he got to be that fierce king that spoke about in Isaiah 14. Cause guess what? He's doing stuff that most of the other presidents wouldn't dream of doing. He don't mind dropping his nuts on somebody, whether it's an individual person or a whole nation. He don't mind doing it. So America is still standing for exactly what it's standing for. It just now you are able to see it and you don't like it. I understand that. But this is what Babylon the Great has always been. This is the madness it has always pushed. All right, we're going to go here. Isaiah 47, the verses 3 is the point, but we're going to start at 1. Come down and sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldean, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And did we just see this man say that? Matter of fact, let's go into that word. Let's go into delicate. Matter of fact, we can go into both. What was that? Isaiah 47. Let's see. Where we at? Here we go. I hate when that happen. All right. Rach. From H7401 tender, literally or figuratively, by implication, weak, faint-hearted, soft, tender-hearted, tender one, weak, tender, soft, delicate, weak, tender, delicate of flesh, weak of heart, timid, soft of word, gentle word. I don't know what that is. But it would be no longer called tender and delicate.
Strong's H 6028. Anog.
Luxurious, delicate, dainty. That word dainty. Delicately, small and pretty, fastidious or difficult to please, typically concerning food. So basically, the Lord said it wouldn't be looked at it like it wouldn't be no more looked in the light of being something good. We're gonna put it that way. And as we just seen, James Cameron said, America no longer stand for nothing. So it's no longer being called tender and delicate or the place you want to be at. Everybody trying to escape it. All right. Verse Isaiah 47 and verse 2. Take the millstone and grind the mill. Uncover the locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. And I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. And that's all we're seeing now. We're seeing where the Lord has pulled back the skirt of Babylon the Great to expose the nakedness, the wickedness, the evil plans and plots that Babylon has been doing for years is being exposed. Not only by Trump, but also on these social media sites, and also because the men of the Lord, the prophets are out here. So Yahweh Bashim Shai is just exposing Babylon for what it always truly been. A wicked witch whore. That's what Babylon has always been. Whether you can take it or whether you can't, hey, it's not gonna change that fact. You just can't deal with what Babylon has been exposed to be. I mean, you stayed in Canada. I'm pretty sure from the outside in, you should have been able to see how this whore was. Not only that, you came and lived here. But because you made millions here, you turned a blind eye to what this whore truly was. But now that the whole world hate Babylon and the money ain't flowing like it used to, now you saying Babylon don't stand for anything when it never did stand for anything. Nothing but wickedness. So now that it's all in your face, it's a problem. But that was due to the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai that Babylon has been exposed to this extent, to where all them little dirty secrets are flowing out like water. If you think Babylon didn't do it, it did it. If you think of any kind of wickedness, Babylon has did it. Why? Because this is the border of wickedness, man. All kind of wicked and evil spirits live here. Now just more in your face. Babylon can no longer cover its shame. Because of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shaga has one hand on her skirt and had lifted it up to the sky, saying, see, this is what it truly is. This is what it truly has always been. Y'all just can't take it. And that's fair. But guess what? You still got to take it anyway. This place is no longer tender and delicate. No longer the place that everyone want to be at. You see everybody leaving it now. But you can't hide from this. No matter where you leave, you can't hide from the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Hawashai. So even if you do get citizenship somewhere, if you're on the Lord hit list, hey, ain't nothing you can do about it. And we're going to end out here on Psalms 10, verse 3 through 7. For the wicked boasts in his heart, for the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and blessed the coverage in the slack. Let's start this over again. Psalms 10, verse 3. For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and blessed the coverage, whom the Lord abhorred. And we see Trump do that all the time now. Babylon and the other presidents did it well. You got to remember. No president is elected. They're selected. Meaning they were already selected to bring about the wickedness of the old banking family. And even though the other presidents who didn't really boast, Trump do the boasting. And he blessed those covetous, those 13 banking family with all kind of money. He blessed the so-called people of the Lord with all kind of help. I mean, he helping them rebuild the Gaza Strip after they completely bombed and tried to do a mass genocide on a group of people. If that ain't, I mean, come on now. If that ain't wicked, I don't know what is. So why is he helping them? Verse 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thought. And you can see the way these people move. Even more so now. They don't help the poor. They don't help the defenseless. The will of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai is not in them. They don't judge righteously. They judge by appearance. And we know the Lord hate. We know the Lord doesn't judge by appearance. He judges righteous judgment. Not here in Babylon. That's why I said Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. They don't think about doing righteousness. Whatever evil they can think of, they do it. That's why this place is ultimately going to be destroyed. That's why it's being exposed. Because Yahweh was never in the thoughts of these people. So him saying, America, you stand for decency and all this other stuff. No, it was never that, man. What you seeing now is a product of someone who lived in Babylon the Great his whole life. And that seeped into who he is. That's why he running it like this. Verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgment are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Let's go into that word puffeth. Let's see what that says. All right, go back. What that? Psalms 10. All right. Let's see. He puffed.
Strong's H 6315. Puach.
Puach. A primitive root. To puff, i.e. to blow with the breath or air, hence to fan or as a breeze, to utter, to kindle a fire, to scoff, blow upon, break, puff, bring down into a snare, speak, to utter, to breathe, to blow, to breathe, to cause to exhale or breathe, to puff, snort, to excite, to inflame, to puff, pant for it, to breathe out, utter, to blow, blast. So basically, he scoffs at his enemy. And we seen that in that video with Zelensky. How Trump scoffed at that man. Heck, he scoffed at Putin. He scoffed at the EU. This man don't take none of them serious. Basically, how shall I put this? Well, the scripture already said he's scoffing at him. He bringing him into a snare. Basically, he puffing himself up like he better than him. See, he puffing at his enemy. He don't care. He's scoffing at him. And Babylon has always done that. You don't want to listen? All right, that's fine. They'll send some kind of special forces in there, knock your ass off. Babylon never worried about people. They always scoff at their enemies. It's just in your face, man. I mean, he doesn't execute judgment of the Most High. Like I said, it's far above, out of his sight. He's not worried about that. He only worried about filling the role he's been put in as president to do. So now the people are mad, saying Babylon don't stand for nothing. Like I said, it always stood for this. The stuff you see is nothing new. This is what Babylon always had been. It's just now y'all can't take it. Y'all can't take seeing the true face of this whore, of Babylon the Great, being ran by someone who's not afraid to show his fangs. All right, verse 6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's how he truly feels, man. That's how Babylon has always felt. That they would not be in adversity. It can't be America. But they think you getting out of order. Like I said, they'll use their unrighteous decrees to tax you, to hurt you, your country financially, especially when the petrodollar was a thing they'd have. Now look at them. They even worse now. Cause they got a fierce king who embodies the attitude of what America truly is. Verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And that's always been America, man. It always dealt falsely. Like I said, you can go back to when they first got here. You can go back to the slavery. You can go back to when they were building this country, and they used the French and the Spanish to help get them away from Britain, then turned on them. This place has always been full of cursing and deceit. Always full of fraud. It's nothing that's been honest about this place. It always has had its hand in other people's business, man. Doing stuff it ain't had no business. So if you hate Babylon the Great now, then you think it don't stand for anything, that it lost all its godliness, as y'all would love to say, then you never knew what Babylon the Great truly was. What you seeing with Trump's second reign as president is what Babylon the Great, aka America, truly has been. The border of wickedness. And everything in this Psalms 10 pertaining to the wickedness of Esau Edom, who ultimately run this place. All right. Now, before I go, let me see, can I get this in the God Words translation? That's always been one of my favorite translations. See what they got. All right. Psalms 10:3. The wicked person boasts about his selfish desire. He blesses robbers, but he curses Yahweh. Ain't that been Babylon? Come on now, you can't tell me that don't sound like what's been going on here for years. Even before I was born. Come on. Verse 4, he turned his nose up and says, Yahweh doesn't care. His every thought concludes, there is no God. There is no power to him. And they believe it. Or they believe that they're above him. They no longer think they're equal to the Most High. These people got to the point where they feel like they're above Yahweh B'Shem outside. Verse 5, he always seems to succeed. Your judgment are beyond his understanding. Yeah, he don't understand. If he do win, it was the will of Yahweh B'Shem Hawashai. It was judgment on the people that they won against. He spits at all his opponents. And man, you know when somebody spitting at you is disrespectful. They're disrespecting you. And that's been Babylon. And now they got a king that embodies that spitting on someone. He says to himself, nothing can shake me. I will never face any trouble. And that's how Babylon had always felt. Especially when they had the petrodollar backing them. His mouth was full of cursing, deception, and oppression. Troubles and wrongdoing are on the tip of his tongue. Does this not describe Babylon to a T? Does this not describe the king of Babylon right now to a T? That's what the prophets, the men of the Lord, have been telling you, man. This is what this place has always truly been. Now you just seeing the real Babylon for the first time. No lies added, no chaser, just pure taka vodka. And if you ever drunk taka vodka straight, you know that shit hit like a Mack truck. And that's what Babylon the Great is. That cheap taka vodka. But man, I hope this video edifying. I didn't expect it to go this long, but I truly hope it was edifying to those who watch it. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.